As the leader of the Booner Pack, I lead from the front.
All right, boys. Lock in.
It's our core foundation, man. Grit.
I'm fired up. I'm fired the f*** up, boys.
It's pumping right now. It's got my juices pumping, boys.
Welcome to Crunch Time Sports, the Crunch Time Sports Show with Jeff and Booner. It's Friday, August 15th, day before the weekend. And on a Friday show, we have Mount Rushmore as always. And we have a lot of other things to get into. Preseason game tomorrow, which we will be live for. We got a watch party. Actually, I got a little bit of shit from Justin Rogers, Will Birchfield, and Cole Pouncey that we do watch parties for preseason games. Like in a
really?
funny way, like not a bad way. It was like you guys are sickos. Like you actually.
Oh, that's a good thing then. Yeah. I thought for a second it was like, why are you guys doing
not
it?
like an insulting way. It was more like, what? Like that's impressive. Like you guys do watch parties for preseason? Yeah, we do. And we are sickos. And we watched. I told them we watched the Hall of Fame game and it was a blowout. And we still were live the entire time. So tomorrow, even though no one really cares except for us and Lions fans that care, so we'll be live.
Yeah.
So come hang out with us if you want to watch some Lions football.
By the way, this is a good time to tell the people because we will be there Saturday watching the game, 1:00. This is a good time to tell the people Jeff Iafrate is out of office for like the whole week next week. So it is the Booner Sports Show, basically. That's what we're working with. Hopefully I can get some guests to join in. Daily Doc. I'm going to see if the Doc can come on for the whole show Wednesday. I'm going to try and see if we can get someone Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'm pumped. Hey, Jeff, 2 more shows to go and you have a nice little vacation, brother.
Yeah, well, next Tuesday, I am leaving. I'm going to Connecticut, which sounds very random, but one of my good friends lives there, and we take a trip every year and go visit him. So Tuesday I'm leaving, Sunday I come back. So Monday I'll be on the show, and then rest of the week, Booner's holding it down with different.
I might do just a solo show one day just to see how it goes. Just chat it with the people. I wish I had a way where I could just do callers for the whole show and just bring in people and just argue with listeners. That would be unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a dream. That is one of our biggest goals long term is to get callers. That is definitely because you can burn. I mean, you can burn so much time just talking to people for sure. Like in a good way. It's good.
Yeah.
It's actually good. And
maybe we'll figure it out for next week. I know there's the Google thing, but we'll figure something out. It'll be a good Booner versus Flannel episode. That would be. I wish we could have Flannel on for a show next week. That would be an amazing thing, honestly.
Yeah, I think Flannel would rage out of the. I think he would. You guys would debate for so much.
Everything.
Yeah,
all the way from like Matthew Stafford and Tom Brady to Tyrese Halliburton. We're going in at it.
Yeah. So next week, yeah. So Booner will be holding it down next week, and then I'm back, and then that's football season. We're back for we gotta. It's the grind. I can't wait. I'm excited for football season to get back, man. I cannot wait for it. We have so much stuff planned, big things kind of in the works behind the scenes. So after next week, I get my vacation, and then we're back in the mix. Here we go.
Is there a chance I can put some like paid time off in as well before the season?
Yeah, I mean, if we get it all out before the season.
No, I think next week is the last week. I think it's over after that. It's about that time.
Yeah. I mean, we barely even really took a summer vacation. I mean, we really didn't leave at all summer.
We went to Mackinac for like 3 days, and that was the big one, which was great. But hey, good time.
Love what we do, man. We do love what we do. All right, like I said, things to get into before we get to Michigan, which we will get to Michigan. We got different things to discuss here. Diggity Dog said Sean Bleian called Jeff the handsomest man he's ever seen today.
We got to get a clip of that. We got to get a clip of that. Sean's one of my favorite people in the world, dude. He's such a good dude. The handsomest man he's ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's dude. Sean. I'm not saying Sean's old, but he's been around. He's probably met and seen a lot of people. Like
there's definitely
he's seen Tom Brady, Jeff.
No,
and he's saying you are.
there's more people there are people that are more handsome. I mean, I appreciate Sean Bleian. He's consistent. He's a great mentor for the fellas. He's one of the best human beings ever. But I wonder how that even came into conversation, to be honest. I don't know how that even comes into the conversation, but I respect it. Ghetto Boy Juan says Boone was celebrating them cheating, such a Wolverine thing to do.
Yeah, I have a national championship. Do you want me to just sit on my hands, Ghetto Boy Juan? Celebrating that thing. It didn't get taken away today. It's like we won a court case, man. We were about to get the death penalty, and we didn't go to jail at all.
Yeah, you beat the case. However you want to,
Yeah.
However you want to do. Diggity Dog says a photo of Connor Stallions that resembled you. I don't look like Connor Stallions. There's no way.
Actually, whoa.
Holy shit. Yubaldo. Wow. Yubaldo dropping a 50 bomb. What is going on with the chat lately?
The donations, man. I love the people. The best. We have the best people that watch.
I don't know what Yubaldo, we appreciate the absolute hell out of you. Thank you for that. That is massive. $50 to the fellas super chat from Yubaldo. Yubaldo, you're the man. That's insane.
I want to ask Yubaldo. I went to school with a lot of Baragons. Wonder if he's related. I might have already asked him at one point in my life, as he's probably watched just for a while. I'm interested to see if
wow. Shout out to Yubaldo. That's
unless that's just a popular last name.
$50. It's
a big donation. We appreciate it a ton.
Yeah, well, what's going on with Dan Campbell? Is this
man's back working?
Is he what?
That's your spot, by the way, Jeff.
No, it's not.
Yeah, zoom into that water tower on the right. It says Chesterfield.
Tower, but no, it doesn't. There's no. I don't live in
Chester, Tucky.
Chester.
Was I not supposed to put that out there? That's on me, dude.
That's on me. Yeah,
I think that's well known. We've talked about Chester, Tucky on here before.
Yeah, I do. I live in Chesterfield. All right, what's wrong with it?
You've said it before on this program. You've said Chester.
Yeah, you got something to say about Chesterfield or what? You got a problem?
I mean, you essentially, where I lived, you put the exact city and place that I was doing the show in a month ago. Anyone could have pulled up to me.
I wanted people to pull up to you. So
I know. So people can know you're in Chester, Tucky.
Yeah, Chester, Tucky. But this is not. I don't know where this is. This looks like a this looks like a nice Applebee's.
Are you sure that's not your spot?
No. Our Applebee's is a little more ghetto.
Detroit supremacy. By the way, Detroit supremacy might
sucks. I mean, what's your problem? Huh?
No, don't listen to this guy. He is the single worst person on the internet.
Detroit supremacy. What's your problem? Huh? What's your problem with Chesterfield? What's your beef with it? You can't say it sucks and then you tell me where you live. All right. And then Lukas Klotz,
Toledo
419. I mean, this guy has the dignity, the decency is the right word to even speak about where we live.
Sure. To be fair, like if you're talking about people who have come out of Toledo or Chester, Tucky, I'm taking Toledo. The Harbaughs.
Hey, Macomb County has some dogs now. I was talking.
Not Macomb County, Chester, Tucky.
Tyler Conklin.
Okay, who else? Yeah, wow, that's a long list. At least the lay, we got David Kirkus, baby.
Taiwan Jones?
Familiar with David Kirkus?
Taiwan Jones, man. I think he
played.
You're not. No, I don't. I'm not sure.
You don't know? You know David Kirkus?
David Kirkus. No.
Come on now. I actually put him on our Twitter the other day. I said name a random Lions player, David Kirkus. I didn't know if anyone would know who that was.
Wow. That's impressive.
You don't know David Kirkus? All right, I'll pull it up. I'll pull up the Crunch Time tweet. This guy's a legend, Jeff. You need to respect the man. Hold on, I'm looking.
David Kirkus?
You don't know David Kirkus?
What do you like? Is this bad?
I mean, yeah, he's a legend. Okay, I can't find it.
Legend for what? For what?
Hold on, I'm trying to pull the tweet up.
Is a wide receiver? Is it Burning Issues asked? He's a wide receiver?
He was a wide receiver, yeah.
Oh, so
this
okay.
This is David Kirkus.
Yeah, and I do, Coach Walk. I do. Shout out to Tino. Shout out to Tino. All right.
How do I add this? I don't know how.
I got to get rid of this. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach Walk knows Kirkus.
What?
David Kirkus. He's from the Lay. He went to my high school. He's like the only person in my high school history to ever play like a professional sport, I think ever. David Kirkus went to Grand Valley. He won like 3 national championships at Grand Valley. He was like player of the year, one of the best wide receivers in D2 history, and then went to the Lions and then played like 2 years and then out of the league.
Holy shit. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Oh, Mike Reed. There you go.
Mike Reed dropped a 50 bomb. I mean, it's
There we go, Mike Reed.
It just started. Coach Walk yesterday blessed the boys, and then today we got Yubaldo blessing the boys. Mike Reed blessing the boys. He donates $50. He says ready to be at Ford Field tomorrow, so Mike Reed will be there. Shout out. Go Lions. I could fill you in for next week. Mike Reed, bring the information, my friend. We appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you for the 50. That's insane. Thank you so much. I mean, we're already 13 minutes into the show, and we got 2 $50 donations. Yubaldo,
that's unbelievable.
Mike Reed. I mean, that's I don't know.
I still can't believe you don't know who David Kirkus is.
I'm trying to figure out who David Kirkus is and Mike Reed. I'm more focused on Yubaldo and Mike Reed than David Kirkus. I'm sorry. I don't know who David Kirkus was. Does
anyone in the chat know who David Kirkus is? I feel like Klotz should know.
How many years did he play in the league?
2 or 3.
I mean, that's
for the Lions.
Yeah, that's fine. Like
he played 4 years, I think, at Grand Valley. Let me look up his Wikipedia just so I can get an idea.
Yeah, that's I must not be familiar with
he's from the Lay.
Burning issues new. He called it right out.
Yeah, he's from the Lay. He used to come back to our high school every year. He would play how like Lions used to go play like high school teams and like do events. They still do it, I think.
Back?
He would always come back to Emily City. Always. And I just remember being a little kid being like, he would like pull up in like a Escalade and he would get out like he was like a movie star. And I would just be sitting there like, oh, I want to be like him one day. And it was just like, he only played in the league for 2 or 3 years. So like looking now
that's
where I'm at. It is for sure. But now it's like, we know dudes that have played, He's a UFL champion, 2-time national championship, 2-time All-American, offensive player of the year in the GLIAC. He had 35 touchdowns one season at Grand Valley. 35 touchdowns. That's college. That's where you play 12 games, not 15 or not 16. 35 touchdowns in one season. That's nuts, dude.
I need to know David Kirkus.
He had 80 total touchdowns in his college career.
I mean, what was that like? He's averaging like 3 a game, dude. I mean, what are we doing?
Look up his college stats real quick. I mean, this guy had this is crazy, bro. He had 222 receptions, 4,100 yards, and 80 touchdowns, bro.
Hey, by the way, Travis Clark, he says, keep up the great work, guys. Been watching since day one. My place to get info. Travis Clark, thank you, my friend.
Shout out Travis Clark. That sounds like a superhero name.
Yeah, Travis Clark. Now that sounds like a football player right there.
Does Travis Clark, dude?
Yeah, that's it. Shout out to Travis Clark. We appreciate you.
He played at Grand Valley in I think early 2000s. My guess is like 2000, 2001, 2002, around that kind of time.
By the way, Madden 26 is out.
I don't know, dude. I haven't really played Madden.
I don't know. Apparently, everyone's talking about Madden 26. I don't know. Should I buy it, Steve? Is it worth it?
Probably not.
Should I buy it? Robbie, been watching since
Shout out, Robbie.
Appreciate you, Robbie. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with this game, so I'm just gonna say that right now. Respect to Dave Kirkus. I don't.
Yeah, come on now.
I mean, that's insane. 30-something touchdowns is crazy.
35 in 1 year.
35. That's ridiculous. Let's see. Phoenix says who's winning tomorrow night. UFC. It's Chimaev and Duplessis. Duplessis, I think is how you say his last name.
Duplessis.
Duplessis.
I don't know.
I don't know his name, but
I want the guy with the beard.
That's Chimaev, yeah.
Yeah, he looks crazy, dude. I saw the press conference today. I watched it. It was nuts.
He hasn't fought in a while, so he's.
I don't care, dude. The press conference today, he's like Dana White jumped out of the way. I was like, "Whoa, this guy's crazy."
Well, Is Michigan crazy for sign stealing? Because they got the NCAA came out with their punishment for Michigan, and it's $20 million in total fines. Sherrone Moore gets a 3-game suspension, third game in 2026. Jim Harbaugh, 10-year show cause. Connor Stalions, 8-year show cause. Denard Robinson, 3-year show clause. And Dave Portnoy already put out a video. Was smoking a cigar. You put out a tweet saying, yep, we're still natty, still champions.
Thank you very much.
Seems like Michigan fans. There's probably Michigan State fans that are.
Oh, Ohio State, Michigan State.
Probably
cry babies, as always. That's the reputation that some of these people stand on, is just being crybabies.
I don't think so explain the fine part.
So the fine, it could be up to like 30 something million.
Because you were talking about like, does it affect, is it like how does it work? Is it just a straight $20 million fine or whatever the number is? Or is it factor into like how much they can spend or something like that? Like,
so I can read it off. I know for sure, and I'm just going to go to Pete Thamel because he had put a tweet out there that broke it down. Just so it's like, so essentially it's the 2-year, it's a 2-year postseason fine. So whatever they're supposed to make the next 2 years in the postseason. So like a college football playoff revenue, like say they make the college football playoffs, whatever that is, they don't get it. That could be up to, I think I saw something. Now this isn't exact, but I saw a tweet that said that could be up to 27 million because this year's would be like 8 or 9 or something, and then the next year's is like 20 something. So if they make the college football playoffs, that's almost 30 million that they lose out on. And then it's 10% of the football program's budget, which is I see Pete Thamel put here is around 7.2 million at least.
Is that NIL included, stuff like that?
I'm not sure what that. I think the budget is more so just recruiting, all those different things. I don't know if that's NIL. I don't believe. It could be. I don't. He said here they had a $72 million budget last season, so it would come out to 7.2 if it's the same this year, and then 10%. Scholarships awarded is more than $800,000. So there's just different things. So yeah, they're going to lose. I mean, when it comes to that, and obviously people are like, oh, Michigan has the money. They definitely like 10% of the budget, that cuts into your budget. You have to find different ways. Same thing with scholarships. Like there's just different things that they're going to have to probably cut back on. Not a lot, but it will affect, takes a little bit of advantage away compared to other teams when it comes to that. So yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money. I mean, you don't get any postseason of money. When the college football playoffs, you can make millions, right? Like I think I saw the tweet. It was like 27 million if they're in the college football playoffs the next 2 years. That's a lot of money, 27 million, especially for any program, whether it's Michigan, Alabama, whoever it is. It's a good amount of money. I think I saw too, Jeff, that the next highest fine that's ever been put out there was like Clemson at like 8 or 9 million. So you're talking about a potential 35 million to an 8 or 9 million. That's
like historically, but yeah.
Yes, it's like almost triple. And then obviously the show causes for Jim, Denard Robinson, and Connor Stalions, which they're not allowed to get hired in college football until those are up. Which for Jim, it's 10 years, Jeff. It's on top of 4 years for the other situation, whatever with the
Jim's done with college anyway.
So he's out for at least 14 years. Same Connor's 8 years and Denard Robinson's 3. So yeah, it's whatever. I think it's whatever, to be honest. I don't know, Jeff. A lot of people are like mad that I guess the NCAA put out a thing saying, hey, the typical punishment for this would be a postseason ban, but they, it came out this morning, but in the writing, it says we didn't want to do that because the players on the team weren't on the team and we don't want to punish them for that. So they decided not to do it. I also saw something that the NCAA had come out and said for them to do a postseason ban or no, for them to vacate wins, because people are like, why did you vacate the wins? For them to vacate the wins, the only way that you can vacate wins and championships is if there's an ineligible player playing in those games, which there was not. So that was kind of how that went down and all of it went down. So listen, I think it's a fine punishment. I know that people are like, you're a Michigan fan, all that. Yeah, obviously. So I don't think there was ever going to be vacated wins. I think the people who were pushing for that probably didn't go and look into the rulings of it because it comes out today that NCAA is like, hey, you have to have ineligible players for that to happen. Now the postseason ban, that's a different thing. They essentially admitted we're not going to push as hard. The NCAA no longer is going to. I think they just set the precedent like, hey, we're not, if it's going to affect players in the future, we don't want to do that to players now going forward. So I think it's just being consistent for the NCAA now. Like they did that to Michigan, and obviously people are going to be like, well, it's Michigan. They didn't want to lose out on money and TV deals and all of that, so they didn't give them the postseason ban. Okay, whatever. Like, are we going to keep complaining about that? Or we're just going to move on. I think at some point it's just, hey, you got to move on. That, in my opinion, and I know coming from a Michigan fan, it's easy to say that, but there's people for the last 2 years that like just literally their whole life was just, hey, the postseason ban, vacate the championship. They're never going to have a championship. Asterisk. It's like, what are we doing here? I said it yesterday. The biggest thing, it's like every team, and I know this is such a cliche thing, but, and you know this, Jeff, Ohio State, Alabama, LSU, every team has either cheated or tried to fill in that gray line and find the fine line of cheating to go win a championship, right? Obviously, Michigan's the one that got caught and stuff came out about it. It is what it is, right? Like any team could have had this happen to them. There's teams that have had similar things, sign stealing and different things come up, and it just hasn't been that big of a deal because it wasn't Michigan. So I'm just at the point. Let's move on. We got a national championship out of it. I text Klotz today. They paid $20 million for players last year in NIL and they paid the most out of any team. We paid $20 million in fines to win a national championship. Hey, kudos. We'll both take it. We both got national championships for 20. Oh, there we go. Steve Lehman as well said that. So I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. It's actually that's a bar. If I'm being honest, Klotzy. Stallions ruined the integrity of Michigan in college football.
Stallions is a legend, Klotz. If Stallions was an Ohio State guy, you would just be doing tricks on it.
Lucas is familiar with that. He is very familiar with doing that. I think, you know what? I will say the NCAA, I get them. I get from the player's perspective, but NCAA they're smart enough to know a big brand like Michigan, if you're going to have a postseason ban, like that would hurt. Would hurt the NCAA as well. Like that's not just hurt. That's not just like putting your foot down and punishing Michigan. Like you're losing out on that. If Michigan's not, we've talked about this before before the playoff change. Who should be in the playoffs? Who should make it? And one of the arguments for Michigan has always been like a brand like Michigan. You know, and all the money they'll generate by them just being in the playoff. Like, yeah, you don't want to punish the new players, but also you want Michigan in those type of environments. You're going to make a shit ton of money, you know, with Michigan being in there. So it's a smart business move as well as a smart. It's smart on a human level, not to punish new players. But come on, NCAA, like you're going to make a shit ton of money by Michigan being in the postseason anyway. You know? I
do think too there was a world, and Jeff, maybe I'm crazy. I think there was a world where they knew like, hey, something probably happened. I don't think the NCAA, and I could be wrong. I would have to dig in. If people want to send me stuff on it, I think there's a world where the NCAA is like, we can't legit prove it. Like we know something's happened. There's all these videos. There's all this stuff. But like, it sounded like Connor Stallions, what if he did it or not? Like they covered it up. Whatever happened really well.
This guy's a spy. I mean,
yeah. So like people in the chat being like, Booner, they got caught. Like, I think if they actually had like legit evidence where it was like this happened, I would think that something bigger would have came down. Like the hammer would have been a lot bigger as well.
That's fair.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw Taylor Lewan put a video out. It was like Ohio State literally was just getting free tattoos and they got caught like their players were. And they ended up vacating a bunch of their wins because of it. And it's like, why then if Michigan, the stealing scandal, bigger than just getting tattoos, why didn't that happen? Maybe they just didn't have the evidence, and maybe it wasn't, you know, like they were like, yeah, people are expecting us to do a penalty and do this. We don't have any. Like Michigan's going back out and they're appealing it. They're saying that the punishment was too much. So it's like, what do they actually really have? The NCAA might not have anything, and they're just doing a punishment because people are expecting the punishment. I don't know, but why would Michigan appeal if they're like, you know what I mean? If the NCAA had legit evidence of this going down, Jeff, why would Michigan be being like, we're going to appeal this punishment? You would just sit back and take it. You'd be like, all right, we'll take the punishment and move on.
Yeah, they had to do
something. But they're appealing it.
They had to do something. Like the NCAA.
That's what I'm saying. But
yeah,
but the NCAA had any like legit
no, you're
evidence.
Right. You're right.
The Michigan would just sit back and be like, okay, we know you have the evidence. We'll take it. But they're appealing it. They came out today right away and said, we're appealing this. This is too much. We know you guys don't have evidence. We're going to appeal it. So it's just at that point, you're sitting there going, where is it? Like, And maybe I'm crazy. I don't know, but it's an interesting thing. It really is.
Well, Lucas said Bryce Underwood transferred and coming. Klotz said he did. Did he really say that? Did he? I doubt no, he didn't say that. No
Klotz
way, Joe Klatt said that. No way, Klatt said that.
No,
not Joe Klatt. Coach Walk said exactly. They had to shit on Michigan, but they had to do. They had to do something. Yeah. This burning issue says whatever. Boone. They cheated just like every other major winning program. It is what it is. U of M still
whether they did or not. You know what burning issues mean? We can shake hands on that. Like every program does it. I don't know if they have the evidence or not. Whatever. It's just every single program in the history of football and college football has probably cheated at one point. So
Eric Taylor said, Boone and Kev say hello to my lady April. What's going on, April? How you doing?
The April. Sup?
What's going on, April? Let's see here. Yeah, Klotz did confirm no.
Shout out April.
He said no. He did. Yeah, don't you lie.
Joe Klatt or Lukas Klotz.
Yeah, that's Lukas Klotz. No way he would ever do that. Steve says Bama's the biggest cheaters in college football history.
100%.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. At least it's just I'm a college football fan, and I agree with you. I think it should just be it should be over. It's fucking
people that are just like constantly bugging on it on Twitter and online.
Just move on.
What else do you have to do with your life? Move
on. They cheated.
Everyone's cheated.
Yeah, it's
if you're complaining about it, I bet you at one point your team has cheated to win a lot of games. You just didn't know.
Yeah, so. I agree with that. Shout out to the doc, by the way. He put out an article, Derek Barnes. He said something very, very interesting about Aaron Glenn and Kelvin Shepard, new DC. He has the quote on SI, which you can go check out. I'm going to pull it up here. Derek Barnes said this about Kelvin Shepard and the new DC transitioning from Aaron Glenn. He said, I think that Shep has an aggressive mentality. We got people who can rush and who can pressure, go against tight ends, running backs, and get to the quarterback. When you have those types of guys that can do that, you use those tools. I think AG did a good job of that too, but I would say it's a little more aggressive this year, and I love it. And he also said, let me see, there's another quote here. I love how aggressive we are. The mentality we have, just our standard. Our standard is really high from the outside looking in. It might look great, but we know there's a lot of stuff to clean up. We need to clean those things up and get to where we want to go. He said, I think it's just our standard to do that. We should expect a 3-and-out every time we step on the field. Stop the offense, limiting points, things like that. That's what we're about. I'm super excited to see where we go this year. So he said, basically, he believes, and he didn't diss Aaron Glenn. I want to make sure I'm not phrasing it like that. He said, love Aaron Glenn. He did great things. But Kelvin, it seems like he wants to be more aggressive. He's going to try and generate more pressure. Because if you remember, with Aaron Glenn's defense, he ran a very physical, which Kelvin Shepard's the same kind of way, but the very physical press man defense where he liked guys right up in receivers' faces. And when it was necessary, he would draw pressure. But I think that was kind of the thing with Aaron Glenn that sometimes people would complain about is he wasn't aggressive enough.
Yeah.
And people can nitpick whatever. I mean, Aaron Glenn, I think we can all agree, did a pretty good job throughout his time in Detroit with the players he had. And most recently, everyone was injured and he still was able to keep it somewhat together. But to hear Derek Barnes say that, right, Kelvin's going to be more aggressive. I like it because they have now, and here's the thing that Aaron Glenn didn't have last year, but Derek Barnes, who at Purdue played a little bit on the edge too. He's a Sam linebacker. You can choose to send him or drop him back in coverage. Jack Campbell has shown he's got a little bit of versatility as well. Anzo's obviously a better cover linebacker, more so than a blitzer, but he had the sack against Geno Smith at the end of that one game against the Seahawks. So you got some linebackers that are a little more versatile, and they got defensive linemen that want to get after the QB, obviously led by Hutch. So if Kelvin feels like that's their identity and that's what he wants to do, I'm curious to see how that works because there is a chance that generating more pressure or trying to be more aggressive can be a successful formula because if you look last year, not just last year, but the last couple of years, they were never a team that generated a bunch of sacks. They got pressure, and they did other things and, they were a little up and down. They bend, don't break. They were a great run defense, but they weren't a team that were that was generating a bunch of sacks or constantly blitzing or anything like that. They weren't in I never thought of the Lions defense as a very aggressive defense, I guess.
Yeah.
I just thought of it as like, hey, they're going to press you. They're going to be physical. But I never once said, yeah, Aaron Glenn, that defense, they're going to be aggressive. I don't know. I want to see this new look Kelvin defense now being aggressive.
I agree. I mean, I feel like we've talked about this a couple times now with Kelvin, because even Kelvin, like Derek's not the first defensive player to come out and say something about that. There's been a couple other guys that have said, hey, it feels a little different with Kelvin Shepard because it's a similar defense as AG's, except one, and I think we've heard this before. I mean, maybe the terms were a little different. The other player, I think, said he's more creative, like when it comes to getting pressure and finding different ways. So he's more aggressive and different, and a little bit more creative. And that was what I said. I think it was last week we had this a conversation about it, to where you have Kelvin Shepard, who essentially learned from AG and has the same scheme and defense as AG, but it has a twist on it and has the Kelvin Shepard twist. And it's kind of just that new look defense, to where Kelvin Shepard's putting his pieces into it. And I think that's where guys are starting to, hey, it's a new voice, it's a new look. And a lot of these guys have said, hey, the creativeness of Kelvin Shepard is going to change his defense. And what we've seen too, like an 11-on-11, Jeff, when we were there, I feel like it shows a little bit. Like we're not just seeing like, yes, Hutch is dominating and getting there, but the amount of times we've seen guys like Kirby in there, or like Amik in there just randomly, and just Derek Barnes in there, Jack. You could tell that there is just different parts of this defense where they're trying to take that next step, to where it feels like you just didn't see for a couple years. Again, it's not at AG, but the aggressiveness and the creativeness, I think, could have definitely changed a little bit. There was a lot of times in pregame shows last year, Jeff, we had that conversation. It was like, you have to find different ways to get to the quarterback. It's cool to you could send 11 guys if you want, but if you're not getting anything out of it, what's the point of doing it? And that was what it constantly felt like last year. In the last 2 seasons, you were sending guys all the time, but nothing was coming out of it. Like you didn't have top 5 sacks in the NFL. You weren't there, but you were probably one of the higher blitz rate teams in the NFL. I think they were like over 30%. So it increased, but it was just like you weren't getting much out of it. So I think that's the biggest thing. It's like just getting creative. The aggressiveness, now having Derek Barnes at the Sam spot, upgrade at some positions. I think it's going to be a little different. I have faith in Kelvin Shepard, to be honest. I'm a full believer that sometimes you just need a new voice, and you can run the same defense, but you just need a little bit of juice in that defense. You need to switch it up just a little bit. Someone else's twist on it can make it perfect. And I think that's what's happening right now with this Kelvin Shepard defense.
Yeah, I want Kelvin to input his own like not change everything, but I want him to be Kelvin. Like, what does Kelvin want to do defensively? I want to see that. I don't think, I don't like personally seeing a coordinator take over for another coordinator and do the same thing. It's
I
like,
agree.
well, I want to see your twist. You're hired for a reason. Like, for example, John Morton isn't Ben Johnson, and Ben Johnson isn't John Morton. They're not the same. So I don't want John Morton to be like, I'm just going to do everything Ben did. You can't. You put your own twist on it, John, and he has. Like, he's like,
Yep.
I'm coming out with my own kind of thing here, and I'm going to see how they respond. I'm not saying you change a lot, but what I'm saying is, like, Kelvin, don't feel the need to be Aaron Glenn. You're not Aaron Glenn. Be Kelvin Shepard. He's young. He played in the NFL just like Aaron Glenn has played in the NFL, but he's a little younger. He might see the game a little differently. He might see the game through a different lens a little bit than Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn's a little more old school. Kelvin might be a little more new school. And he's maybe thought to himself, like, man, if I ever get the chance to be DC, I want to implement some of these things. But you're not going to step on Aaron Glenn's toes and be like, hey, Aaron Glenn, I know you're the defensive coordinator, you're my boss, but this is what we should be doing. It's like, no, he just knows his role. But now that he's the DC, he's the man, do your own. I want to see it, man. If you want to generate more pressure creatively, or you want to tweak a couple things schematically, do it. I mean this respectfully. It's not like you've had an elite defense the last couple of years. All right. And whether that's personnel, which I think more so it has been with the injuries last year, and they got better. And it just, Aaron Glenn, I don't think had all the opportunity, but it's not like they've had this like Super Bowl defense where it's like, don't touch a thing, Kelvin. It's like, dude, they've been like 25th in passing yards allowed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tweak some things, Kelvin. You know what I mean? Feel free, because we need this defense to be very good. And I think so far what he's been doing is working. So, and he has Casey Rogers on the staff, who was a DC. for some time in the NFL. So that's an underrated part of this whole thing too, dude. He's got Casey Rogers, like a vet who knows how to call a game defensively. So it's nice having him in the room. But I love this from Kelvin. Did you see the Inside the Den episode today?
I watched about half of it. I got about halfway.
Kelvin was a star in that thing. He was all over the place. Yeah, he was. They had him. I don't know if the chat. I'm sure the chat checked it out. If you haven't, Detroit Lions on their YouTube, they put out a new Inside the Den episode. Kelvin Shepard was amazing. He was in there for like 6 minutes, probably 5-6 minutes, and they mic'd him up during practice, and it was just him talking to guys like how he handles the defense, and it was. They didn't show a lot of John Morton doing things, but they showed a lot of Kelvin, and that dude's intense. He's fiery. Like you could just tell he brings the juice, man. Like every play, he's like it's like he's just yelling at Jack Campbell like positive like affirmations. Or he's just
I did see that part. He was in the walkie-talkie being like,
he's like, make
bring
him feel
some juice.
Yeah, bring some juice. He's like out physical him. Like he's just yelling like one-liners at Jack Campbell. I'm like, dude, this guy's just intense, dude. And he is. He's like DJ Reader. He's like, yeah, DJ Reader, let's go. Come on. It's cheering on guys and shit. I love his energy. I really do. I'm excited. I like Kelvin. I think he's
I hope, honestly, dude, I do hope that I believe he's going to be a head coach, and it's going to be quicker than people think, which it does suck. But I do think that at some point in the next couple of years, he's going to be looked at as a head coaching candidate pretty quick, especially.
He's got some D'Amico Ryans to him.
Yeah, and especially if, like, let's say this year they're a top 5 defense, and then the next year they're the top 5 defense. If he has back-to-back seasons top 5 defense and they win a Super Bowl, he's right away. Boom, like someone's going to want him. And he's got that football side, but he also has that coaching side to where he can motivate and he knows what the players want. I actually do remember the beginning of the Inside the Den today. Players were talking about how they like it was DJ Reader. Just how he coaches, like he's not a guy.
He's cerebral, like
and the way he talks, and he's like he wants you to be you, and he's just like, hey, I just want you to understand, and he'll find a way to help. And I think that's just such a down to earth players coaches type of dude, and that's what this Lions defense needs. And I'm again not saying AG wasn't that,
right?
But after 4 years of hearing something similar, you do get a point to where it's like, hey, we just haven't taken that jump yet. And sometimes it takes a new guy to be able to take that jump.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. And players love him. It's like, I swear, he reminds me a lot of D'Amico Ryans. Like D'Amico played linebacker. D'Amico was a great DC. Players loved D'Amico Ryans.
Yep.
And then he ended up becoming a head coach of the Texans. Like, I think that's Kelvin Shepard. Like, and D'Amico's he's not old. He's young. I mean, he's younger. I think Kelvin's younger than him, but still, like, Kelvin has that same, like, former NFL player, players they want to play hard for him. He's a smart defensive guy. Take away what I think of defensive head coaches. Like take away my opinion of that. Just objectively talking about whether or not he'll get hired. Like, so there'll be a team that really likes him a lot because he can rally up troops for sure. Like I mean, you saw that in Inside the Den when he was mic'd up. Like they're making plays and they're he's Kelvin Shepard's like jumping around, hyping up. And we saw that at training camp too, like consistently. I mean, Kelvin Shepard's just all over the place. So I'm excited. Yeah, I think what Derek Barnes said, I do believe there's truth to that. We've seen that. They've been doing a good job getting pressure. And it helps when you have Aiden Hutchinson in this form right now, obviously. He's in a ridiculous form. And if you get healthy Davenport in all this defensive line that Brad's kind of built in the interior, they're going to be pretty good. They will be. All right. Well, speaking of the Dolphins and Lions joint practice in both joint practices, I want to do winners and losers from the joint practice because we haven't actually talked about that. Players that we thought were, winners and losers, essentially. Before I do that, though, I do have to tell you about the sponsor of the show because Comer and Cross is always a winner. There's never a doubt in my mind that they're not. And let me tell you about them, all right? One-day insulation, concrete floor coatings. Garages, basements, patios. All you got to do is call the number 248-834-3488. And let me tell you something right now. All right. I know you homeowners, you're tired and sick of staring at your crack-stained garage floor. So right now, during Comer & Cross summer insulation sale, they're offering 12 months, same as cash, or $500 in savings. We trust Comer & Cross. You should trust them as well. They'll transform your patio, your pool deck, your basement, even your driveway, and they'll move all the stuff out for you. All you got to do is call the number 248-834-3488. That's 248-834-3488, or book your free estimate at comercross.com and tell them your friends over at Crunch Time Sports sent you. All right, let's get back to the show here, Boone, because we're discussing winners and losers from joint practice. All right, Miami Dolphins, Detroit Lions. We were there for one day, and then the other day was heavily reported on, so we have a good feel of kind of who shined from those two practices. So we're going to start with winners or losers?
Start with the winners. I got one winner. Well, I got two winners, actually.
All right, go ahead.
How many am I supposed to bring? Am I supposed to bring 3 and 3?
It's whatever you think deserves to be a winner. I mean,
I think the number one winner of this whole week, Lions joint practice, I think it's one player, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think Saint had such a big week, and a lot of people I think going into this week, the whole conversation for sure was, is J-Mo going to be better than St. Brown? Is he going to be wide receiver 1? Can he have more yards than him this year? And I felt like this week was that moment to where it shut everyone up, and people realized, hey, Saint's still probably a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. No one's touching him, and J-Mo can be as good as he wants this year. You're just not passing up a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown on this offense. He is the heart and soul. Like, yes, there's Penei and Jared. Amon-Ra keeps this thing running as well. He is just as big of a piece as Penei is. He's just as big of a piece as Jared Goff is. So I think Amon-Ra St. Brown this week, he had a hell of a 2-day stretch versus the Miami Dolphins. I know there was that first day where he went crazy. Someone had reported that who was it that said he would have had like 250 yards and like multiple touchdowns, 12 catches.
Put that
yeah,
I
think that's the greatest way to put it. And then day 2, when we were there, he didn't have 250 yards, but it felt like he had 150 yards and he had like 3 or 4 touchdowns, and that 3 or 4 touchdowns was on like 7 catches. So it was like every time he was touching the rock, he was finding a way to get in the end zone. So I think Amon-Ra St. Brown I think he was the biggest winner of the whole week.
I agree with Amon-Ra. He has to be the biggest winner. I mean, he went off. He was unguardable. He had the highlight catch.
Yep. There's
not even really a debate there. I think another winner that I could mention would be, and I'm going to go group here.
I think we're going to say that's my second one. We're going to have the same group, I think.
The offensive line, but
yeah.
I want to go more specifically Tate Ratledge, I think, because he had more to gain because he's a rookie.
Yeah.
He had because you know what Taylor Decker is, you kind of know what Graham is, Mahogany. Like Mahogany is another one you're kind of finding out about, but I think the O-line is a winner, but more specifically Tate Ratledge, because he showed in a joint practice setting he can hold his own and get to work and look very good. And Dan Campbell called him basically a starting guard already, which he's a 2nd round pick, he should be, but some guys you take, man, they struggle. It takes time, and Tate Ratledge looked the part. The O-line looked way better than they have looked. So winner, O-line. And then I think we should have to mention Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, I feel like Aiden Hutchinson's always going to be a winner. He's been a winner.
Has to be. He's third, but I had my other one was the whole O-line as a whole. So I second exactly what you said there. I think that's spot on.
Yeah.
Honestly.
The O-line was impressive. Run blocking. They were opening up lanes for Jameer and David. They were protecting Goff.
Yeah. I think a winner too, David Montgomery. Dude looked good. Very good. 11 on 11. That was the first time we've seen a little 11 on 11 versus the Lions defense, but they're not like fully. David Montgomery looked good. He had a couple games right in front of us, like 20-yard, 25-yard runs, like the big breakoffs. And it was the O-line pushing. D-Mont looks really good. He's a guy. I'm going to keep pushing the D-Mont narrative. I think this year D-Mont has close. I wanted to say it yesterday, but I think D-Mont he gets close to 1,000 yards this year. If he's healthy 17 games, D-Mont will be as close to 1,000 as possible, if not hitting it again. He looks, you know it, Jeff. You saw it firsthand as well.
Lukas said, by the way, I had a high thought earlier. Do you believe that they drafted Tesla as J-Mo replacement?
I've seen people starting to put this on Twitter. I don't know. I don't think so. I saw someone tweet this out a couple days ago, and I was a little like, I guess it makes sense a little bit, but
I think when you're Brad Holmes, and there might be GMs that think this way, but I think Brad Holmes sees it as, this guy could be a really good player. I'm just going to take him. I don't think he might think of it like, well, J-Mo's coming up for an extension soon and all this stuff. But I think he just thinks this guy's going to be really good. And maybe there is a side story of that where it's like he could take over for J-Mo. But I think he just I wouldn't count it out for sure. I don't know if I think Brad thinks about the future. So I'll say that. I don't completely disagree with it, but I don't think that's why they wouldn't trade it up for the guy. Like, this guy's JMO's replacement. I just think they look first at this guy's really good and we want him. And based on what I've seen, it looks like he could be a really good wide receiver too. So I will say that.
Got to see it in game action, which, to say JMO's replacement, you still got to be able to see more in regular season.
A lot to
I mean, I have faith in it, but it's still something to, watch play out.
Yeah. And it's a position wide receiver where guys come out every year and they end up being studs past the first round. First rounders, you have a chance to get generational guys. But, Puka was a 5th round pick. Devontae wasn't a 1st round pick. Tyreek Hill wasn't a 1st round pick. AJ Brown wasn't a 1st round pick. DK Metcalf wasn't a 1st round. Amon-Ra St. Brown wasn't a 1st round pick. There's so many guys you can draft that are not 1st round picks. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, those guys 1st round picks. CeeDee Lamb 1st round pick. But yeah, there are plentiful in the NFL. So if Brad thinks he could be a really good player, he's going to take him. And honestly, based on what I've seen, I have confidence he can be a wide receiver too. But he's not the same receiver as JMO. JMO runs a 4.2, like 4.3, low 4.3. He's ridiculous. So he's a different type of receiver, but I think he has the skill set to do that.
Who do you losers? Who do you have?
I got one more. I want to throw a winner in there because you mentioned. I got one that just came to my mind because you mentioned the running backs, and I thought he was a winner because we saw him when we went, and I saw him out there a lot more. And you're going to see him out there tomorrow. Actually, I think Sione Vaki. He came back and he had some plays. He had a couple touchdowns. I think he had a touchdown or 2 against the second team. And I've been waiting to see Sione Vaki, dude. I mean, he's the hidden gem, supposedly. He was safety. He plays running back now, and he looked physical. And I know Jeremy talked about him yesterday. He was running physical. And I thought for him, like as a winner, he played on Thursday like a running back that should get playing time tomorrow. Like
I think too, he was returning kicks again.
He was
in joint practice. He was kick return and punt return as well. So he actually was out there quite a bit, it feels like, on Thursday.
So I'll throw him, and then you might throw in Jared Goff. Go ahead, because he ties with Amon-Ra. Jared Goff was excellent the first day. Second day,
people were concerned about Goff the last couple of weeks, and then in joint practices, he comes out, starts slinging the rock, and everyone's like, oh, wait a second. Like, don't forget what this guy can do. Why are we acting like all of a sudden Jared Goff can't play football?
They're just waiting on it. So it seems
crazy.
Like. All right, well, losers.
I have Hendon Hooker, loser. I'm not calling him a loser, but he was one of the losers coming out of the last couple days. We talked about it yesterday. His confidence, I told you, and easy when we were
absolutely
sitting
shot.
there, it's gone. And I think that's the hardest thing. When I was getting my haircut, I was talking to the guys there, and we were talking about Hendon Hooker, and I told him, like, it's hard in the NFL when you lose your confidence, in my opinion, especially as a backup quarterback. If you're back, it's hard to like get that going again. It's the toughest league, and it's the toughest job in the world, playing quarterback. And when you're like already struggling a little pre-snap stuff, running the offense, trying to learn it, and you start losing confidence in your throwing ability, I think that's when things go downhill quick. And you saw it, Jeff. Like, I think that play was so telling when they were at like the 10-yard line, and you just have a tight end wide open in the end zone, and it just overthrow. Like, when I say wide open, people might think it was just like good break off. Like, there was no one around this tight end. There wasn't a defender within 15 feet, and it was just overthrow. And once I saw that, that was when I looked at you and Easy and said, I think the guy's confidence is done, and I don't know if he's getting it back. And as a person, Hendon Hooker is a great dude, but as a player right now, I just don't see a world he would have to, even if he has a good 2 games, dude, he would have to throw for like 200 yards, 3 touchdowns every game to, I think, have a chance at this thing.
He would have to have 500 million passing yards and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, it would have to be like insane performances, because it's just in practice. Then this is what I was trying to say to you, Jeff. Like, I understand your argument of, hey, he's had a good camp, because before the Hall of Fame game, and me and you, we said it. We saw him at Kyle Allen. We're like, hey, they're actually both look good. But when the Hall of Fame game hit, something switched for Hendon Hooker. And I'm not saying just in games, because there was practices after that where there's reports of like, hey, he's right after the Hall of Fame game. Now he's struggling in camp. And then there's a couple practices, struggle.
Yeah,
Then you have that second game, and that second game he struggles. And then the last week since the second game, there's multiple game or practices put together to where there's reports of him struggling. And it's just, I think it's a done. I wished people might not believe me. Jeff, I don't think you'll believe me. I wish Hendon Hooker worked out. I really do. Like I was thinking about it actually earlier today. I was sitting there, I was watching something with the Lions, and I saw Hendon Hooker pop up, and it went through my head like, dude, I really wish he would have worked out. That would have been unbelievable for Hendon Hooker to work out. He has so much skill. His talent is there. But just can't put it all together, man. And when you don't do that, it's a long drop.
This pains me to say this because it's not just Hendon Hooker who was a loser.
I mean, if you say, I was say if you say Kyle Allen, then it's just so you just don't want to admit it. But
I think that it's well.
I don't think Kyle Allen was bad. Actually, he made some passes.
It wasn't. It's not even about like Hendon versus Kyle because Hendon was he's not even in the same conversation. Kyle was actually getting reps, so he's in a different category now. But Kyle, yeah, he wasn't impressive. I think the backup quarterback situation is exactly where we said it was. I mean, we still believe, although we argue.
Yeah. If you have to have Kyle Allen, it's whatever.
Not good for both of them. Not training camp, the joint practices, dude.
I'll tell you what.
We watched the second team. It wasn't that impressive. Like
no, it was just I think Kyle Allen's just solid, which is to me right now it's fine. You know what? Actually, I thought about is last year you had Hendon Hooker up until what week 16, 17. You're in a better spot with Kyle Allen than you were with Hendon Hooker going into last year as your backup. I think that's fair.
Well, yeah, you have a guy who's played in games.
So you technically have upgraded. If Kyle Allen's the guy, you've technically, in my opinion, upgraded at the quarterback 2 spot going into this year than you had for 16 weeks last year. Now, would I rather have a better one? Yeah, I said it last year. I'll say it this year. But we said that last year, and they did it until week 17 or week 16.
They have to go get someone. Like
I agree.
It's getting ridiculous right now. Kyle Allen's in the lead. He deserves it, but
he's better than the Hendon Hooker that we had as a QB2 last year. So if Goff went down last year,
I won't fight.
We would have been screwed. But I think at least with Kyle Allen, if Goff goes down a game, you're going to have a guy that can just run the offense. He's not going to be like 300 yards, but he's going to be able to just keep you in a game. I would rather have a guy that can go out there and really sling it, though.
Yeah, it's a tough day for me in my narratives because Giovanni Manu's the other loser. He didn't play well in the first joint practice, and I don't think he was even there for the second joint practice. Prior to Detroit talked about it because I wanted to make sure I wasn't incorrect on that because I actually read poor things about him throughout the joint practice, but I wanted to double check if I was right about that, and I was right. He didn't have a good joint practice day 1, and he wasn't there day 2. So Giovanni Manu, loser. Hendon Hooker, loser. Tough day.
I only had one loser. It was Hendon Hooker.
Tough day for Jeff's guys. I could have kept that one quiet, but I have to say it's the truth. He didn't do well. He just did it. Thank gosh, Taylor Decker's back.
Taylor Decker. I mean, you could say a winner. He kind of looked good.
Yeah, he looked like he looks great. To be honest,
he does. He looks really good, which is shocking.
That's probably all I would say for the loser. I think if you want to go backup quarterback or not backup quarterback. Hendon Hooker trying to compete for backup quarterback, that was a loser. And then Giovanni Manu, I just thought he was, I mean, the thing about Gio, though, that John brought up is he plays better in the games. So I'm hoping that translates. If we want to go like the absolute opposite of Hendon Hooker, if you guys will take bad practices and turn it into good games, I'll deal with that.
I'm with you on that one.
That's fine. I will take that. Lucas said Taylor Decker has to be great this year. He'll be good. I'm not worried about him.
He'll be fine. He looks good out
healthy. That's the only thing. When healthy, he's fine. Yeah. Last year he's dealing with injuries. He kind of took a step back when he was dealing with that. But Nick P says Manu is not going to be Malata. Not happening. Yeah, I mean here's the thing.
I would love that to happen.
You have to use like examples, right? You have to be like, well, that's the pathway. A guy's never played football, and then he ends up being really good at it. But is he going to be Malata might be one of the best tackles in the entire NFL. Is Manu going to be that? I don't know. I doubt it. There's a high likelihood he's not. Excuse me. Can he be a starter? I don't know. I hope so. But no, he's not good. I don't think he's on the Mailata. But you got to think, Mailata had a couple years to develop. Manu's only in year 2. So he's got some time.
Got a little time. I think just keep letting him work, man. Keep just letting him. I know people hated it, but it's probably another like redshirt year for him. Which I don't mind the fact that, hey, if this is a redshirt year for him, we're like Broderick Martin this year. Aren't they the same class?
That was the Hendon Hooker class. Were they all drafted? I don't think so. I think that was the class after.
After, okay.
No, after, because Hendon's in his third year.
Last year people wanted to see more Broderick, but I think like for offensive line, especially in the Lions, I think you're able to give a Manu an extra year of development without having to be like, he's got to show something. I think you can let him just take another year.
What is Klotz saying? He thinks
I don't know. He's just like saying Taylor Decker.
Progressing?
Yeah. Decker looks good. Like he looks
really
good out there. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. We can't say, hey, you can't just be like, if you haven't seen him yet. Because he looks good. Last year he was hurt all year. And he played through.
I watched him square up with like Bradley Chubb, and he went against Chubb. He went against Chop
perfectly fine.
And he went against he went against like good defensive ends. He held his own. He was fine.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he looks really good. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what I saw. If he was bad, I would have said he was bad. He was good.
Yeah.
So I think
right there with you.
So I think with him being healthy, it obviously helps. He's not getting younger, so injuries can happen. But he's still, to me, he's probably like a top 15 tackle, top 15 to top 20, which is that's a luxury to have a pretty.
Yeah, and I mean, you're not paying him like top 5 money.
You're paying him like $20 million. Yeah, it's left tackle money, man. He's a left tackle. He's not a bad one. So,
but he looks good. I think last year just killed him because he was just battling through those injuries.
Coach said, "Do you guys see the NFL's top 100? They have Hutch at 55 and some of the people ahead of him."
Yeah, Hutch at 55 is a disgrace. Best defensive player in the NFL.
That doesn't fit your narrative.
No, not at all.
55?
It does fit my narrative because every time they have a player at the wrong spot, they're always wrong. They're always wrong.
Well, I don't have the top 100 list, but I do have the ceiling and floor for NFL teams. That ESPN came out. They have the ceiling and the floor for every NFL team. So let's go through the NFC North, shall we? And we can see what the ceiling and the floor is for every team in the NFC North. All right, so let's look. We'll start with the Bears because they were first on here. Not because I want to. It's because they're first on here. All right, chill the hell out. It's the Bears. Ceiling and floor for the Bears. Ceiling 11-6, floor 6-11. Biggest X factor, Ben Johnson's offense. I mean, I agree. I mean,
ceiling is so high to me. 11. I guess you could see it with some of the people that they have on that squad, and they do have a good roster. But 11 wins. You actually think that the Bears could win 11 games, Jeff? Truly. I could see 10 if they have a perfect season. But 11, we're getting a little too high on that.
I would probably lean with you. I mean, it's one win, but I would say 10. I mean, I'm not going to fight you over a win, but 10's fine. If it's a perfect, if they do their schedule, I want to see their schedule actually, because they have. Let me just see how it lines up here. Because they got to play. I want to see when they play teams. Because they start off, they play the Vikings, Detroit, and then they have Dallas, Vegas, Commanders, New Orleans, Baltimore, Cincinnati, New York, Minnesota, Pittsburgh. I mean, they play Philly and they play the Commanders. They play the same teams, but they have some stretches in here. They could rattle off some wins, man.
Yeah. I mean, I would just say they're.
I don't know. I'm not going to go.
I would say 10 wins.
Yeah, I have them at 9-8. I have them at 9-8. So
I would say their floor is like 5.
I agree with the. Really.
I mean, that's not far off the 6-11 that they have here.
They literally just won 5, didn't they?
Yeah, I could see them just being the same.
Whoa.
What?
Everything new coaching staff, new players, new draft, everyone getting better, and they win the same amount of games. Take away the Bears like logo. Let's say it says Booner Path, and it's a team with a Booner Path, and you would say this team's going to win the same amount of games.
Yeah,
Really?
I think
Or,
so. I think so.
floor.
I know. No, their floor. Like if everything goes wrong, that's a floor, right? I think the
Caleb gets
definition
hurt or
of
something.
I think the
Yeah.
definition of the floor is like things go wrong, don't have a great
But
year.
healthy team, they're not winning 5 games.
I think the floor would be 5. What is your floor? 6? Whoa,
I don't
big
mind
difference.
4, 6.
One game. What are you? I mean, are you gonna shoot me for one game, dude?
I only shoot you for the one game on the floor. On the ceiling, I don't care. On the floor, I'm getting high. It's different now.
Did you say new everything, or did I say new everything? Claude said not a rebuild. Did you say new everything, or did I?
New everything, but not a rebuild. It's not new everything. They added
Just new coaching staff, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a rebuild. I don't understand. Like the
It's not a
Bears aren't
rebuild.
rebuilding. Like
If they rebuild, they would have got new quarterback, new everything, new everything.
Yeah, they added a veteran offensive line. They're all ready to go. Like, I'm just confused. I can't do this because then I'm not trying to hype the Bears up. It's not my point. All right, I'm not. It's not a rebuild. A rebuild would be. A rebuild would be. Let me compare what the Mike Vrabel just walked into. Like he except they added a bunch in the offseason. But
rebuild's what Dan Campbell walked into in Detroit. Like we need to rebuild.
I mean, that's the best example. That's the best
whole roster. But like Mike Vrabel did have pieces. I know they did do a lot, but like he had a quarterback. He still had like New York with Brian Dable when he got there. And they gave up Saquon. Like that's a rebuild. Like a true rebuild.
Yeah, the Bears have more talent though. I just don't get that. I don't understand. Like like I don't get it. I don't think.
Let's get to the next thing here.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears won 5 games, but were better than that. They had more talent than winning 5 games. Like the Patriots were bad last year, and they had to rebuild. Like the Bears, they just needed a new O-line. It is what it is. But anyway, I digress. You guys can believe it's a rebuild. Detroit Lions, ceiling and floor. 12-5.
7-10.
4-7-10.
Tough, dude. What do you think the ceiling would be for this Lions? Like the most wins that you think they can win? Like everything is perfect. No injuries. Top 5 defense.
I don't think
John
12.
Morton works out.
I don't mind 12, 13. If you want to bump it to 13, that's fine. I think the schedule's tough.
I had 13-4 is my ceiling.
See, that's fine. I'm not going to, again, I did fight you over 1 win. I will not fight you over 1 win now.
Yeah, because it works in your narrative. Yeah.
Yeah, it fits my narrative. Well, actually, my narrative's 12, so I could fight you on it. I have them at 12-5. But if you want to say 13, that's fine. It is what it is. Like I'm not going 14 though, Nick P. I can't. This team ain't winning 14 games, man. I'm not doing it.
No, you don't think there's a chance at all?
Oh, Boone. Come on, Boone.
Like a perfect season.
That would be just say undefeated then. In perfect season.
No, no, obviously not. Like you're gonna lose. Like you have those Ravens, the Eagles. You play a lot of. Listen. I wrote down 13-4. 13-4 was my ceiling. I'm just throwing it out there. Like why not 14 though?
Hold on.
What are you doing over there?
I have the schedule right here. All right. So if they're winning 14-3,
let's go through the schedule and let's act like they have a top 5 defense, top 5 offense. They're the number 1 team in the NFL. And it's like John Morton works out, all that happens. Let's just like go by it and like see it and not being like, oh, that's an easy loss. Oh, that's a lot. Like ceiling. Like this is the best team in the NFL. Like they end up being.
Well, then you're gonna say
that's what
like,
the ceiling is with the roster they have. No, you won't. But like with the roster they have, ceiling, like if this roster reaches its peak, they're winning the first 2 games, right? That's 2. Right?
Yeah.
At their best. We'll give Baltimore a loss, right?
Yeah.
At their best. They're beating Cleveland.
Yes.
At their best, they're beating the Bengals. At their best, Jeff,
I
they
know
are.
how this is going to go already.
I'm just saying they are. Kansas City, do you want to go win or loss?
I think what about Kansas City? I mean,
At their best, remember.
Arrowhead, like, are we going to say at their best?
Let's do this. Kansas City and Tampa will split. We'll just split that. Deal? At their best.
So you say win against
They go
Tampa.
1-1. Either a win versus Kansas City or Tampa. So that's 5 wins. Scroll down. At their best, they're going to beat Minnesota. Let's do the same thing. Can you scroll down? Oh, there it was a little delay. Let's do the same thing with Washington. So they beat Minnesota. We'll do the same thing with Washington and Philly. We'll just split that. So we'll give them 1 win out of there. They beat the Giants. They beat the Packers. They beat the Cowboys. Let's say at their best, Jeff, they would beat the Rams, the Steelers, the Vikings, and the Bears. That's 14 wins right there.
I mean, come on. What are we doing here?
Ceiling. That's what this question is. It's ceiling.
I know, but you know how it is. You're going to drop one of those to a random team. It's just how it goes.
They didn't last year, though. That's what I'm saying.
The Tampa Bay Bucks.
That's not a random team. That's a good football team.
It is, but it's a team they should have beat. The team they should. You're going to lose.
So they should have went 16-1 last year. Okay.
At their best. They weren't at their best.
Who was the other loss last year in the regular season?
It was
the Bills.
At their best.
Dude, it is actually crazy to think that Lions team with as bad of a defense as they had, they literally were 1 possession away from beating the Bills and 1 possession away from beating the Bucks, where in the Bucks they were like 1 for 8 in the red zone. Think about how close they were to an undefeated season. That is like, it's wicked, dude.
After all the shit me and you talked about before, and you argue with me, and you're like, I told you this team would have been undefeated. They actually go undefeated. I would be like, damn, I thought this dude was a slappy. And he was right. He was
I mean, they still 15 wins is still nuts, dude. Like that's
insane. Yeah.
15-2 is crazy. That's like, but like they were literally like 2 possessions away from being 17-0. That's
until
nuts,
the Commanders game, but the regular season. Obviously.
Yeah, regular season, obviously.
Because Coach Walk says not the Commanders, though.
Yeah, Commanders was like 3 possessions. That was a tough one. It's a hard.
That was a tough one. So it's all right. So the Lions, they said the bigger X factor is the new coordinators.
Fair.
And they kind of talk about that adjusting to 2 new coordinators, which I guess is the biggest X factor. I'm not going to even deny that. So
yeah,
4 I think's a little low. I mean, you're telling me
I had the floor at 10-7.
You have the Lions and the Bears 1 win different at the floor. I mean, what are we doing? I would agree with like 10 wins. Maybe even if you want to go worst case, 9-8. Like everything goes wrong. They're not going to go 7-10. They're not going to be under 500 unless Jared Goff gets hurt.
No.
Week 1.
Listen, I saw another video today of your guy, big nose guy.
What do you say?
You know who I'm talking about.
Nick Wright. Yeah, the great Nick Wright.
He came out and goes,
what do you do?
Lions were a 1 seed last year. Wouldn't be shocked if they don't make the playoffs. What are we doing? Jeff, this is your guy. These are the guys that you like worship, that you think are like the greatest guys in this industry. When in all reality, yeah, no, you don't. In all reality, Nick Wright and Colin Cowherd are the 2 worst guys in the industry. Like they're on Fox Sports and not ESPN for a reason. Their takes are 90% wrong.
Big.
It's good, but it's not the premier. Yeah, I like Joel Klatt, but it's not like the premier. Like that's like the G League in my opinion. So they're there for a reason. Why does Shannon Sharp leave Fox Sports to go to ESPN? Because ESPN's the number 1. So it's a fact. There's no question to it.
No, I know that, but
that's the reason why these guys are there. It's because they're not looked at that level, and they're constantly wrong. Constantly. Like Nick Wright tries to have all these predictions. Same with Colin, and they're just always wrong.
Yeah, but
you just live and die by what they say, which is just so shocking to me.
I live and die by what they say.
Yeah,
no,
one of our friends does.
I don't live and die. Here's the thing, and I'm just gonna tell you, I'm surprised you don't get this already.
And I get it. clicks.
It's all for entertainment.
100%. But I don't. But like the thing is with
Right.
entertainment, where you say stupid stuff, more people don't watch you than watch you. Because like if you entertained and you didn't say dumb things, more people would watch you.
I'll challenge that point because
There's a reason why the ESPN ratings are 100 times more than Fox.
Well, they have Stephen A.
Challenge
Smith.
it.
Stephen A. Smith, by the way, Stephen A. Smith, #1 show in America. You think he prepares every show?
Yes, but Stephen A. Like at least like Stephen A. is entertaining, and Stephen A. is not saying the Detroit Lions are going to miss the playoffs. I think Stephen A. has a better brain than Nick Wright and Colin Cowherd. They say the dumbest things in the world, and they're constantly wrong. At least Stephen A. when he says stuff, like he actually like, I think he's right more often than not, and he knows how to push buttons as well.
Yeah,
way more entertaining and way more right than those two guys by a mile.
A lot of it when they come up and they do reviews and Nick Wright gets a higher salary, I promise they don't discuss whether how much he was right or not. It's entertainment,
but they're still being like, hey, you're still not putting numbers up like ESPN. I wonder why. Oh, it's probably
no. First things first is like they do really well. His show.
Oh yeah, no, they do, but they're not close to First Take or Pat McAfee show.
No, we're discussing two different things. They're still, yeah. I'm not saying, yeah. ESPN's they have McAfee. They have, they're a whole nother thing. But people tune in. You're talking about it right now.
I've never watched. If I'm just gonna be completely honest, I've never sat down and watched either of those shows. I just see clips.
Yeah, I don't watch really television. I don't watch like cable.
I watch First Take and I watch the Pat McAfee show and I watch stuff. I would never just be like, hey, I'm gonna turn on First Things First. I've never watched a full show of First Things First in my whole life. Not one. I haven't turned it on. I've only seen clips.
To be fair, that's not really your flavor either way.
Not at all. It's the worst.
Like you're not really into the you watch like McAfee. You watch some First Take, but you like Barstool. Like you have your flavors.
Yeah, those guys
just I don't really watch that. Like I like their show, but I'm not really.
First Things First is the most boring show of all time.
I'll
go to sleep. I'll put it on to go to sleep.
Chris Broussard.
Yeah, he's boring.
Chris Broussard.
He's boring. I'll fall asleep listening to him.
You just said you've never watched a show.
I've seen his clips. Fall asleep. He's bad.
Okay, you're hating on Chris Broussard. That's my guy there. All right.
They're not good. Those shows are bad. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's your opinion.
It is my opinion. I'll stand on it. Shout
out
to those guys, though, if we ever meet them. Probably good dudes.
I mean, you got Kevin Wildes, Chris Broussard, and
don't even know who Kevin Wildes is. I have zero clue.
He's funny. He's a good host.
Oh, he's the host, and I've never heard of him. That's how bad this show is. I've never heard of the host.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. The disrespect. I mean, the absolute disrespect. That's crazy.
Never heard. It's that bad of a show. They must not have great ratings if I've never heard of the host.
No, they got great ratings. They do. But anyway, who cares?
Yeah,
I don't watch cable. I watch
good ratings.
Yeah,
it's Fox, dude. People are gonna turn it on.
All right. Well, the Packers ceiling. Oh wow, Packers ceiling 12-5.
Klotz, I listen to it every day. Shows me a lot. Shout out Klotz. Shows me a lot. Now I see. Makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, Nick Wright, Klotz. I knew you'd cave, you son of a gun.
Makes sense.
I told you, Nick Wright. He'll always get you, Klotz. You'll end up listening to him. I told you. Green Bay Packers ceiling 12-5, floor 6-11. Biggest X factor defensive coordinator Jeff Iafrate. So new DC. Yeah,
where did he come from, Jeff Iafrate?
He is from.
Did he come from college?
I don't know.
Jeff. Oh yeah, he was at Boston College.
Boston.
Yeah, he was. Oh, he's the DC, and he was the DC last year too. Yeah, okay, he was the BC head coach.
Yeah, I think the floor is about fair. Ceiling, I'd probably knock him to 11-6, but floor, whatever. I'll take that. That's fine. We'll take that. I'm not really mad at that.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't think any of this is far off on the Packers side.
What about the Vikings have the same ceiling as the Bears, and the same floor as the Bears. Biggest X factor of the run game, not JJ McCarthy.
I would put their ceiling at 12, and I'd probably put their floor at 8. To be honest, I'm just being
floor at 8.
Yeah,
with a quarterback we've never seen in a regular season game.
For sure.
Okay, this guy, the glaze. We got to chill on the glaze. I mean, the JJ McCarthy glaze. You're gonna raise the ceiling, raise the floor on a dude we've never seen snap a football in a regular season game.
Yeah.
Boom. I mean, do you hear yourself?
I do, very loud and clear.
I think they have a good team, Boone. I'm not going to argue. Like defensively, Brian Flores do a good job.
I think their defense
coach
is going to be very good, top 10 in the NFL. JJ, he just can't mess it up at the end of the day, and he can make throws. You have Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. I know he's out a couple of weeks, but you have Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones. We know what he can do. We saw last year. Aaron Jones looked good. Good offensive line. I listen, dude. I think that they should win 8 games. They won 15 last year, and you're going to put their ceiling from 15 to 6, and they have essentially their team got better.
Well, ceiling. Remember, floor is everything going wrong.
I know, but a 15-win team. And you're going to be like, hey, their ceiling's a 6-win team, or their floor is 6 wins.
Oh, they won 14.
That's a big drop. Or 14, sorry. Either way, I mean, that's such a big drop. And it's like, okay, just because they got a new quarterback, but their team
harder
improved,
schedule.
but their team improved as a whole.
I mean,
come on.
I get if you want to say floor. It's hard when you don't know what JJ is. I don't know what.
I think that's fair, but 6 is so low, dude. That's what I mean. The Bears were so bad last year, and they had 5. 6 is low. They do not have the same floor as the Chicago Bears. As much as you love the Bears, that's just wrong. You agreeing that hey, they have the same floor.
You have a season of evidence to like at quarterback.
You do. You have more season of evidence.
I know what he can be. I know what he can be. But JJ, we don't have any evidence. There's nothing.
But you have evidence that Kevin O'Connell has put the quarterbacks in.
But he's not throwing. He's not snapping the ball, throwing passes. He's not actually out there playing quarterback. Is that not fair? Like he's not.
I mean, it's fair, but I mean, come on, man.
Kevin O'Connell can yell.
You're saying they have the same floor as the Chicago Bears is ridiculous. They have a better team. They just won 14 games, Jeff.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But they
Sam Darnold.
Yeah. But are you going to say their ceiling's 14 games again? Fuck no.
No, I didn't. I said their ceiling's 12 if JJ ends up being really good.
So the same as the 12. Lions. I disagree with that.
I have the Lions at 13.
Well, I think they're at whatever. Same as I think the Lions should be at. No.
Then you can have them down at 11 then, 1 down.
I'd even say
But
10.
to have them at the same floor as the Bears is disrespectful. I mean, you can at least go 7.
Guys, everyone's telling me the roster's better. Guys, who touches the football every single play? Like, what are we doing here?
Who cares? Like, you act like Caleb Williams looked like an MVP candidate last year.
No, Booner. At least he's played.
You saw how bad he could be as well. Just as much as you could see what he could do, you saw how bad he could be in some of the bad throws he can make.
And we don't know if JJ's even has shown. He hasn't shown
exactly. But like, you're acting like Caleb was an All-Pro quarterback last year. Who touches the ball every play? What do you think? It's Caleb Williams. You haven't seen anything yet.
Sam Darnold. Say what you want about him. He's been around in the league, played in different systems. Like he's played in the NFL. This is the first season he's ever going to play in the NFL.
I agree, but I trust Kevin O'Connell. If I'm a Vikings fan, I would trust Kevin O'Connell to have him ready. And they just have a great team around him.
Yeah,
if he's a good quarterback, they're going to figure it out with him.
I think Kevin will have him ready, but the question is, will he hold his hand and throw balls for him? No, he's going to have to actually go out there and produce. Like, I don't know, and I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. You're just going to be really wrong on this one, and we can deal with that down the line.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like Lucas says, Brock Purdy stepped right in. Guys, like, okay, so you're going to use every example is Brock Purdy then? Is this what we're going to do? It's like, well, Brock Purdy did it. Brock Purdy did it. What if what he did, by the way, was maybe can we just give credit to Brock Purdy and maybe it's an exception, like a 7th round pick doing what he did? What if JJ, have we seen quarterbacks step in and be ass that are top 12 picks?
For sure we have, yes. But we've also seen quarterbacks step in and be good.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Bo Nix, there's another one. My point is, we don't know which way this thing's going to go. There's no evidence we've seen. It's not like JJ played last year.
I think last year, which is crazy, I could be wrong, you might have had the Broncos in the playoffs in the AFC.
I did.
But what about, you never got to see Bo Nix, though. So why did you just all of a sudden be like, well, Bo Nix can do it? Bo Nix has never played an NFL game. So why preseason were you like, oh, Bo Nix can take him to the playoffs?
But guess what?
After the Broncos coming off an even worse season than the Vikings.
But here's the thing.
Where's the logic there?
There's no logic. I think I had them in the playoffs with Russell, to be honest. I don't think I had him with Bo Nix.
Bo Nix was starting last year. We knew that going
Regardless, the reason why I did that is because of Sean Payton, like you're doing with Kevin O'Connell. But
okay, so exactly. But Kevin O'Connell.
Hold on. I'm not done. When you pushed back and said, if you were to push back and say, Jeff, we don't. Yeah, I'm not done because this is important. This is the whole point I want to make. If you would have said, Jeff, you have no idea what Bo Nix is going to be, you know what I would have said to you? You're right. I have no evidence to suggest it. I wouldn't have stood there and said, "What's Sean Payton? Sean Payton."
But why would you pick them to go to the playoffs with Bo Nix?
There's nothing. No, honestly, I went out on a limb and it worked. There's nothing to suggest.
So now all of a sudden that you're on the opposite side, you're trying to tell us there's nothing to suggest. But last year you were all in on it.
I respect it. You can go out on a limb and root for JJ and say he's going to be good. But I'm telling you, dude, there's nothing to suggest JJ is going to be good. Just like the risk I took with Bo Nix.
All right, that's fair. And you know what? There's nothing to show that Caleb Williams is going to be good because he hasn't shown anything yet.
We've seen a year of Caleb. We know
we know that he won 5 games.
It's actually a safe. He won 5 games.
Yes, he was the quarterback. He touches the ball every possession, like you said.
So Jared Goff's the biggest reason the Lions lost.
Well, we do say if Jared Goff goes down, the season's over.
Okay, so every time the Lions
lose this is a full circle moment.
Every time the Lions lose from now on, it is Jared Goff's fault.
We've said that before.
Okay. So which one is it? Are we blaming quarterbacks now for everything? Is this what we're doing?
You seem upset. I don't like this upset, Jeff.
Now you're rage baiting. See,
come on now.
You seem upset. You know that's not true. We don't blame quarterbacks for everything. All right.
But he didn't look great. You're acting like we saw the resurrection of Jesus out of Caleb Williams.
I can't.
Bo Nix, if you were making this argument with Bo Nix looked 100 times better.
I'm not arguing that, dude. I'm not arguing.
But last year you were like, we never saw Bo Nix, but you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb. But when we go out on a limb and say, hey, a better football team than the Broncos with a better roster and a coach that has shown he could take any quarterback and win with them. By the way,
ETN, you can't be this dumb. What evidence do we suggest that Ben Johnson will be good? He was a play caller in Detroit for an historical offense, dude. That's the evidence I fucking have. That's what I want to use. It's actual data that when he reads this sheet and puts in play calls into a quarterback's fucking headset, it works. That's the evidence. With JJ, there's nothing to suggest he's going to be good. And I'm not saying you're crazy for saying it. I'm just saying you can't push back on me disagreeing because there's no fucking evidence. There's nothing. Just like if people were to push back on my Bo Nix take, I get it because we don't know. He's a rookie. Caleb, we've seen a whole year of. We've seen him throw 4 touchdown passes against the Jags. You can say it's the Jags, whatever. Jared threw fucking 5 against the Jags. We've seen him show flashes, play an NFL season. I'm not arguing how good he was, but at least he showed flashes, Boone. JJ was hurt all year. He was reading a playbook.
Did you watch his preseason games?
I've been watching his practice as well.
Did you see preseason games he played in last year, the throws he made? I bet you did.
What about more recently? Have you seen those clips?
Well, I've seen bad clips. It's easy to throw but you said this thing with Caleb. They're going to obviously push out the bad clips more than the good clips. How do you know he's not actually making some good passes?
See, now you're using that again. Okay, yeah. Yeah. You see where I was coming from then, too? But it's just crazy that last year,
what Klotz just donated 99 cents for? What is he doing?
You know what I mean?
No, I'm right there with you. But I just, you can't have that take last year and then shoot us down this year for having that take with JJ, especially with the better football team and a team that just won 14 games. You had that take last year with a roster that won 8 games, 7 games the year before.
Yeah, but you're talking,
and you're just I'm going to go out on a limb and do it. But this year, it's we're saying it with the team that won. Hold on, we're saying it with the team that won 14 games.
It's not the same, by the way.
It is the same. A team that won 14 games.
I didn't say
Hey, I'm not done now. No, sit back.
Weren't going to win 14 games, dude.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Never said that.
Hold on. I'm not done. Jeff, my turn. Come on. You said that they were going to make the playoffs. They won like 8 or 9 or 7 games the year before. The Vikings are coming off a 14-win season, and they added more. They added more to the offensive line, more to the defense. Another weapon in the backfield. But you can go on a limb for a 7 or 8 win team and say that. But we can't do it for a team that won 14 games. It's ridiculous.
No, you're wrong. I never said. Can I speak now? The Broncos. I never said. You said the
no, you're wrong.
You said the ceiling for the Vikings is 12 games. I never said the Broncos were going to win.
You said they were going to make the playoffs.
You can make the playoffs with what? Not 11, 12 games, dude.
10 or 11. It's right there. Dude, you're acting like you called them to have 9 wins. Well, you're talking about a 1-game difference. Sit down, dude. Come on.
Now that we're already opening up this can of worms, can we go a little deeper too?
Yeah,
Bo Nix in college versus J.J. McCarthy. What were their roles at each respective
Either way, though. Either way.
That's all he was doing. Bo Nix was in a Heisman conversation.
This guy actually has the Vikings and the Bears with the same ceiling and floor. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, because
you are such a Bear slappy. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable.
McCarthy slappy.
No, I'm not. I'm realistic. A team that won 14 games and they're plugging and playing quarterbacks. The fact that you have them.
That quarterback, has he ever had a rookie quarterback?
Jeff, dude, they had backup quarterbacks going in and winning games with that offense. The fact that you're having the Bears and the Vikings on the same level, that shows how big of a slappy you are and how much you love Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams. That's your dream team. You can admit it. It's okay.
How am I a slappy when ESPN had them at the same level, essentially?
Because you have the Vikings as the same floor and ceiling as them. That's nuts.
So does ESPN.
Yo, do they actually show me?
Yes, their floor 6-11, dude. In their ceiling, like what are we talking about? Their ceiling's 11-6, dude.
This guy just hit me with the dude.
Same as the Bears. You're yelling at me.
All right, that's on me. That's on me. Relax.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. But dude, that was one of the biggest dudes I've ever gotten hit with. Man, that was crazy.
Call me a bear slappy. It's not even about the bear.
You
slappy.
are. You are.
How am I a bear slappy?
All right, so Jeff in the national media, shake hands. Jeff is a part of the national media.
How am I a bear slappy for saying that a quarterback with a year of experience?
Let's do a poll. Do you want to do a poll?
No, because people are going to say I'm a bear slappy.
Because you are at some point.
It's a bit on the show.
If it looks like a tree, it's probably a tree. Is that the saying? No, I don't.
No,
think
it's not.
What's the saying?
This is ridiculous.
What's the saying?
You know what, dude?
What, dude?
ET and Jeff, we're not saying JJ is better than Caleb. Then why are people? My argument is we're talking about quarterbacks. Whatever. We're gonna spend another 30 minutes on this. We'll move on because we have Mount Rushmore.
Oh wait, no. Let me ask you a simple question because I know what you're gonna say. Let me ask you a simple question. Are you ready?
What's wrong with that? I'm saying
hold on.
Data versus a guy we've never seen
Jeff,
before has the advantage.
I know what you're saying. If you put Sam Darnold last year on the Bears team, how many wins do they have?
What do you mean? Did Sam Darnold what on this team this year?
On the Bears team last year, how many wins do they have? That Bears team.
Oh fuck, probably. I mean, shit. I don't know. They would be a disaster. Any quarter. I mean, besides like the elite ones, maybe.
So the both teams roster wise got better, but if you put Sam Darnold on that Bears team, they're probably still winning the same amount of games, probably 6, maybe 7. Caleb Williams. That just proves right there that the Vikings just have the better roster and coaching staff.
No,
hands down. So that's why it's just like, hey, you can have them as a higher ceiling because their roster is just that much better and their coachings are that much better.
Yes, I agree.
That's it. That's the point.
No, I actually, how about this? We break bread. I agree with the roster.
So you should have them a little higher.
No, but I think with a quarterback who's never played in an NFL game before, you can lower the floor. By the way, because we don't know what the hell he's doing, and you could. The ceiling, I guess you can go wherever with it. That's why I said I'm not going to fight you over a win. I told you that because it's like we don't know how good he could be. There's no like.
All right. We got things to get to.
You know what I mean? He's the
I think we learned a very valuable lesson in this argument where Jeff is a bear slap. He loves Ben Johnson, loves Caleb Williams. Point over. We're done.
Have you ever seen a good roster get torn down by a quarterback that's trash? Yes or no? Apparently to you, it's never happened in NFL history. I mean, like, that's what I'm understanding. I want to make sure it's very
Listen,
clear.
I can't think of it off the top of my head, but
Could a shit quarterback derail?
I've seen multiple quarterbacks go into the Vikings organization and win with Kevin O'Connell.
So what you're saying is,
I would rather bet on JJ being successful than bet on him failing.
But
I think you would too.
Has there been a quarterback that has derailed a good team when he's been shit?
I mean, you know the answer. So why are we still talking about this?
Why am I crazy for being like, I mean,
I don't think you're that crazy, but I think it's just the crazy part is the same as the Bears. More often than not, it's worked out for the Vikings. So like you're going against the wave.
But they've never had the whatever. It's fine.
Sam Darnold, who barely played.
Not a rookie. NFL. You're talking about a rookie. Never played an NFL game. It's like never played.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. No, we'll see. And then when they start winning games, you're going to have to be like, yeah, I'm an idiot, dude.
And then if they don't, what do you say, dude?
I'm an idiot, dude.
I mean, my gosh. Fair slappy. I hate this shit.
It's all right. You can embrace it, man.
No, that's ridiculous. That's you're basically call. You know what you do by saying that to a Lions fan. You basically just spit in my face. A Bears. You call me a Bears.
That's just weird.
That's assault. That's what that is.
That's just weird the way you said that. But all right.
You went there. All right. You went there. Let's get to fucking Mount Rushmore, shall we? I mean, that's just. Boone, what do we have for Mount Rushmore today?
Well, Caleb just unless I'm getting pranked, Caleb's just not joining today.
He's not joining today.
It's a tough one. All right, we got 3 teams, me, you, and the chat. Mount Rushmore for today. Football dudes.
By the way, Lukas Klotz donated $2. Said, Jeff, shut the fuck up. Hey, Lucas. You suck, bro.
Football dudes, Jeff. Football dudes, Jeff. Football dudes.
So
all
you're
right.
gonna get the wheel?
Oh yeah, the wheel. That's on me.
All right.
Let me pull it up. I didn't have it. What's so funny?
Get the wheel. It's me, you, in the chat. I know. I'm just laughing at the chat, dude. I'm just reading the chat. It's funny. I mean, it's just. Lucas donated $2 to tell me to shut the fuck up. And then Yubaldo became a member for 10 months. Appreciate you, Yubaldo. You're the man.
All right. Can you share? Can you put that up on the screen? All right. Here we go. All right. It is Mount Rushmore of football dudes. So chat, start getting your things that you guys want, some names. I will take wow, this is a tough one. Either 2 or 3, and I don't know which one to do.
You gotta make a decision. You can't wait, and then when I decide, you're like, no, I want that one. Like, let me hear it now.
I'll do 3. I'll do 3.
All right.
I'll do 3.
Right. Hit that button. All right, chat. Chat, what do you want?
What pick, chat? You guys aren't picking your team right now. You're picking what pick you guys are picking, either first or second pick.
First or second.
First or second,
I'll
chat.
Just take the other one. They said
2.
I did not want the fucking
2.
Yeah, this is I did not want number 1. He did not.
A lot of the chat. Klotz is the only one really saying 1. There's a couple other guys, but 2 is.
I'll take 1.
All right.
All right. And
all right, you're up.
Well, the reason why I want one is because people are already typing the person I'm taking. So this is going to be very simple. I'm just going to make this quick. I think he should be the number 1 pick. I'm not, and you know who it is, Boone.
Who?
Let's keep it simple.
Don't take one of my guys, dude. I should have taken the first overall.
Team Jeff will be selecting football guy John Gruden.
That was going to be mine. I did not think you guys would think of John Gruden. I don't know.
When I think of football guy, that's the dude I thought of earlier.
I just did not. I don't know why it didn't go through my head that I thought I was like going to get John Gruden.
Raiders. I think of just the love of the game. I think of John Gruden. So he's football guy number 1. He's going number 1 in every draft. He just should.
All right. Chat's up.
You thought he would
Jeff,
slide to 3?
I don't know what I thought, man.
John Gruden? Oh, no. Oh, no.
I thought.
All right. Now chat's up. Football guy. Think of a football guy. Football guy. It could mean interpreted different ways. Players, coaches.
Some Tom Brady. John Madden.
Yeah, you could go different options. You can go different ways here.
Pete
I
Carroll.
see 3 John Maddens. 4 John Madden.
I see another John Madden.
That's
a great one.
Is that where we're going? Is that what the chat's going with? John Madden? That's a solid pick.
Such a good one.
If you're going John Madden, I can't be mad at that one. O.J. Simpson? Oh, wow.
John Madden, another John Madden.
John Madden, O.J. Simpson, that Vince Lombardi, Chris Collinsworth. That's another John Madden, dude. I don't know. It might be Madden.
John Madden. Yeah, John Madden.
Yeah, team chat. They're selecting
John Madden.
John Madden. All right.
2 Johns back to back.
That's I would say that's honestly top 2 guys right there.
All right, I've got my pick. You could just hit the thing whenever. If I didn't get John Gruden, I at least wanted Dan Campbell. Let me get Dan Campbell.
That's a good one.
I think right now Dan Campbell is one of the biggest football guys in the world. You have to put him in there, right? Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
And then I have back-to-back picks. I'm going to get 2 of my top 3, actually. You can hit it again.
Hold on.
The greatest football coach of all time, Bill Belichick. I thought Bill Belichick was going to be like 1st overall. I didn't think he would even get close to the 2nd round. Dan Campbell and Bill Belichick is a steal.
So this, you know what? There's a lot of different ways I was thinking about going with this one. Because when you think of football guy, you think of usually people would go to like the most whitest football player on planet Earth. I guess would be like a dude who's all about ball. But then coaches started going off the board. The top 3, I mean, all 4 picks were coaches, essentially.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now it puts me in an interesting position. I think I was waiting on this one. I think I'm going to do it. I'll switch it up. Yeah.
Take your time, man. You got all night, man. We have nowhere to be tonight.
Oh, hold on.
What's this guy doing? Is he cheating?
No, I'm not cheating. I think I have 2.
It's a chat's turn. It's a chat's turn.
Yeah, then go with the chat.
Yeah, okay. You were talking like it was your turn. It threw me off for a minute. I was like, this guy this guy Jeff was going on. He was like
stalling over here. Let me prep.
Bro, you act like you're about to pick. What am I supposed to do? Be like, no, you're not picking. It's their rock, man. I've seen a lot of Johnny football.
Ain't it our ball?
Johnny football has popped up a lot with the chat the last couple minutes. Johnny football's.
Yeah,
Al Davis. Baker. Someone said LeBron. Is Johnny the pick for the chat? Johnny Manziel. Another one. ETN said Johnny. Lucas said Johnny. Let's get a couple more Johnnies in there, and that'll be the pick.
Young Hoku.
Connor Stallions. Oh, that's a good one. I might have to take Connor.
Yeah. Boone's already.
All right, let's just do Johnny football. They're now the chat's just messing around now. When they start messing around, we'll just pick a for him. Johnny football.
All right, so that makes me my pick.
You have back-to-back picks, Jeff.
Okay, I'm pretty confident in this one. My first pick off the board, I'm going with good old Al Michaels. That's my pick, football guy.
Al Michaels.
The legend, the absolute GOAT. Yeah. Been on TV for 40, 50 years. Give me Al Michaels. And then the next one, I'm going back to back here. I was waiting to see if this player or person was off the board. Team Jeff, we're taking Thomas Edward Brady.
Wow.
Give me Tom Brady.
That's such a good one, man. That's such a good one.
Give me. So I got John Gruden, Al Michaels, and Tom Brady. That's who I'm rolling with.
That's such a good room, man.
That's a solid room.
That's such a good room.
All
right, chat. What are we thinking?
Cardi says we're cooked. What's going on? Yeah, I mean, it's this. Who'd the chat just pick?
Johnny Manziel, Johnny football.
So they got who? They got John Madden, Johnny Manziel.
Yep.
Jimmy Johnson, Terry Bradshaw, Vince Lombardi. You got Prime out there. Chat's good. You got to agree on one of them. We have three. Oh, wait. I have three guys.
I have two.
Yeah. So we're on the right. I have three. So
I
just went back to back. So
Peyton Manning, Zach Zenner, Lombardi. Got to get a couple in common here.
Yeah, let me see. I'll put a poll. You give me the most typed ones, and I'll put a poll up, and they can vote. Let's see.
Lombardi again. Peyton Manning. Lombardi, Peyton Manning. Those are the two I'm seeing right now. I see another Lombardi. Another Lombardi. A lot of people are starting to say Lombardi.
Yeah, I'll just put them. I think I already know who's going to win, but
probably Lombardi.
Yep. Seems like Lombardi's coming off the board. Unless Peyton Manning catches him. He's right there. No, Lombardi gets another vote. Another vote.
David Peyton Blau. Someone wants David Blau.
David Blau. It's 50-50. 50-50 right now. Peyton Manning versus Vince Lombardi.
Uh-oh.
50-50. Yeah, the chat's battling right now. I don't know, man. This is it's 53. 50-50. Hold on. Peyton Manning took the lead. Oh, this is tight. This is tight right here. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who's going to win. I thought it was going to be pretty easy, but now Peyton Manning got the lead. I don't know. Chat, we're going to close this in a 30 seconds.
10 seconds. Yeah, I would say that's.
Yeah, it's like I can't close. It's at 50-50. It's like literally at 50-50. Like,
Is it actually?
Yeah, it's still at 50-50. It's like changing, going back to
22
50-50.
votes. It's 11-11 right now. Whoever gets the next vote wins, I think. Is that a deal?
No, the next vote is
the next vote.
Vince Lombardi.
Vince Lombardi. There we have it.
Wow.
All
Vince
right.
Lombardi.
The chat gets Vince Lombardi. Now I have back-to-back picks. I know exactly what I'm doing here. Can you hit the chime? Give me Jim Harbaugh. All-time football dude. The man just loves the game. Jim just loves the game. Like him or hate him, you respect him because he loves the game.
I like that's a good pick, Jim Harbaugh.
I have 4 guys left on my list. Or no, 3 guys left on my list that haven't been picked. And they're all 3 just love the game of football. Love the game of football, Jeff. Jeff, pick a number between 1 and 3 for me.
Pick a number between 1 and 3.
1 and 3, please.
2.
I have my pick.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Jeff. I want to say the other 3. I'll say it after the show. Give me Prime. I know you wanted him, Jeff. I know you wanted him, Jeff. Give me Dion. Give me Dion.
I should have said 3. That was the pick. That was actually my last pick. It was going to be Dion. Because I was like, no way, no one takes Dion. Not Prime. You're not taking. Then
I want to say the other 2 on my list, but you guys still have. There's still 2 more picks.
Lucas was spamming him. I thought me and Lucas like Prime a lot, so I was a little worried there.
All right, Chad is up again. Chad is up again.
I got to pivot. What do I have? Yeah, I think I got it. Okay, I think I have some options here. I do. Monty Teo. Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. The 2 that I have on my list, no one said yet, and I think they're like 2 of the biggest football dudes in the world. Like they're top 10 for sure. No one said them.
Must not be. I like my team. You have John Gruden on that list?
Yeah, he was actually the number 1. Dan Campbell was number 2. Bill Belichick was 3, and Brady was 4. Dion and Jim were at the bottom, but that was where like my bottom 4 guys, I was like in the middle.
All football dudes.
Yeah, I was just kind of like my bottom 4 was more so just pick how you feel. How does your team look? And I ended up with Jim and Dion, which I love. The football lifers. All right, have we seen any picks? I haven't seen any names. I've seen Nick Saban, Shannon Sharp, Bill Parcells, Mike Vrabel. We got to come up with something here.
Yeah, there's this. Once we get to these could go either way. You know,
We got to get something here so we can finish this thing off. Jeff, you have one more pick, by the way, too.
Yep.
Chris Berman. All right, Jeff, make a quick poll. Do Chris Berman.
Hold on. All right, Chris Berman.
I've seen a couple Bill Parcells. Klotz just said Gus Johnson and do Goose. Tony Siragusa. Goose.
So Berman, Goose, and
Gus and Parcells. Let that thing play out for just about a minute here.
Siragusa's a good one, dude. Him and Shannon Sharp got that legendary clip.
Dude, Goose is dude. He is. I think
Goose.
probably one of the funniest dudes. Watching those clips, like the old Hard Knocks of him, I went down a rabbit hole one night and probably watched like hours of it, and he is all time dude. I think it was when he passed away, actually.
Yeah.
He is an all time football guy.
Hey, I'm going to be honest. Parcells dominated.
Yeah, Bill Parcells is a great pick, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. Everyone's just taking my picks. It was a prime Parcells I had left. They're both gone.
Do you want me to help you out? I have two, Jeff. I could help you out. Do you want my help?
I don't.
I could help you, but if you don't want it.
I'm gonna go. I got an idea. All right. I got a pivot. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Yeah, phoned a friend.
Did you?
Give me Pat McAfee.
That's a great one.
What a
good pick, Jeff. What a good pick. You must have you must have a great
football guy friend, man.
You must have a great assistant GM over there.
Give me McAfee.
You have a great assistant GM. All right, you guys ready for the teams here? Hold on, give me 10 seconds. I'm gonna type them out real quick, just so I can have them here.
This might have been my best draft. I think I had an elite draft this one.
Yeah. All right, bro.
I think this one was elite for me.
Yeah.
McAfee, Al Michaels.
I think this one's like this is like an
Tom
easy
Brady
one.
and John Gruden.
This is an easy draft, I feel like, to dominate, to be honest, or just have a decent team. Yeah, also, drop mailbag questions if people start dropping some mailbag questions.
Yeah, I want to see Jeff has John Dorsey in his draft room. That's funny as hell.
Typing these out. Dude. My bad, guys.
Coach Lux is Rich Eisen.
All right.
Rich Eisen would have been a really good one.
So the chat, Jeff, has John Madden, Johnny Football, which Johnny Football was so fun to watch in college, dude. One of my favorite all-time players. Vince Lombardi and Bill Parcells. So the chat again. Huh?
It's a good draft.
Yeah, John Madden, Johnny Football, Vince Lombardi, Bill Parcells. They have a lot of like old dudes. It's crazy. Like, think about a room. If you walk in a room and it's Bill Parcells, Vince Lombardi, John Madden, just chopping ball up, like just some old heads. And then like right in the middle of all of them is just Johnny Football. Like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, woohoo. Like, come on now. What a weird one-off. Jeff, you have John Gruden. Love that. Al Michaels, Tom Brady, and Pat McAfee. I think that's a good 4. And then I have Bill Belichick, Dan Campbell, Jim Harbaugh, Deion Sanders. I think those are good teams. That's a close one. That's a really good draft. Good Mount Rushmore. Great Mount Rushmore.
Lucas already started.
Though.
Yeah, he already started us off. Jeff, would you rather have Jared Goff or Caleb Williams win MVP? Shut the hell up. All right. Shut the hell up, Lucas. How about that? Jared Goff, obviously. I mean, what are we doing here? You sicko. Yeah, what are we doing? You're fueling the Bear slappy narrative. Not you.
No, I did, because earlier I called you a very big Bear slappy, which I think is true. You are. It's fine if you can't admit it, but
I'm not a Bear slappy. How?
Oh, Nick Peen, mailbag. Make sure you drop some mailbag questions. Boone, do you feel like Jeff is coming out as a Bears fan? There is a side of me that is worried that I'm losing a friend, which it's tough, man. It's all right. We all do. We can still do the show if you're a Bears guy. That's no big deal. Burning Issues said, mailbag, Patriots coaching staff versus the Lions coaching staff. Who wins in a fight? That's a good one. I would probably go the Lions, though. Because I'm taking, John Morton versus, what's his name? Josh, who is it? I'm drawing a blank. Can you help me out here? Are you going to just...
If I say it,
are you going to be sad about the Bear stuff all night? Or
if I say it, will I be a Patriot slappy?
No, just say it. Josh McDaniels. I got it. You don't have to do it, Bears fan. And then Terrell, is it Terrell Williams, their DC?
He's having actually health issues.
Yeah, so I would have to take Kelvin Shepard over that. I would probably match Kelvin Shepard up over Josh McDaniels and John Morton with Terrell Williams. John would get that win just out of that's just a
Because he wouldn't participate.
yeah, so we automatically win that. What's so funny, Jeff?
I mean, this guy's bringing up. He's got like health issues, dude. He can't fight. He's not fighting in that
So
fight.
it's an automatic win. That means we have a 2-on-1 somewhere, right? So I'm gonna have to take the Lions. There's a disadvantage.
This show sucks, man. I feel that.
Can we get some real mailbag questions and not Bears ones, Jeff?
Yeah,
I
Coach
apologize.
Walk, you're a sicko.
Can we get some real mailbag questions? Come on now.
I mean, BTM mailbag. Did Ben Johnson buy Jeff a car? No. I mean, if you'd like to, Ben, you have my information. You can buy me a car. That's fine. Patrick, favorite Lion, straight up pick only one. Well, I don't know. Am I allowed to participate in this? Am I allowed to participate in this?
Dude, Jeff, yes, participate. Come on now.
Go ahead.
You go.
I would say Hendon. No, I'm joking. No, my favorite Lion. I only own one jersey. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's my favorite.
That's fair. I'd probably go. It's a tough one, dude. Hate this.
Go with your Michigan man.
Yeah, I want to go Hutch, but Amon-Ra is just sitting right there, man. I out of respect. I mean,
He would take everyone. He would take
Amon-Ra put me on his Instagram. I'm on Amon-Ra's Instagram. It has to be my guy, right?
You're turning on your Michigan.
But Hutch never posted me. Hutch has never posted me.
Wow.
What do I do? I'm in an absolute blunder here. I'll take Hutch.
My other favorite Lion, Mekhi Wingo. Because he
Give me
follows me on
Hutch.
Twitter. Shout out Mekhi Wingo, man.
He follows me as well. He follows the boys. He follows all the fellas.
Oh, it's crunch time, man. Shout out Mekhi Wingo.
Crunch time fan.
Yeah, he is.
We were gonna get him on the show. He just liked the message. Never. Just kind of waiting on logistics of that, I guess.
I'm not. You know what? Yeah, I'm not putting up these sick questions. ETN, you know what? You're not helping. All right, Jesse Adams mailbag. Booner, can we agree Michigan cheated a tad? Yes, they even admitted that, but who cares? They won a natty. Let's move on. Second, any comments on the Counter Stallion Quorum LLC?
Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty consistent with the Michigan stuff. It's if they cheated, okay. Every team in college football cheats. Let's just move on. Yeah, they just got caught. It's whatever. You know what I mean? Take the fine, take it whatever. I don't like the thing. The only thing I hate about the whole situation is people trying to like say that the national championship doesn't count. It does. Alabama's cheated and won $1 million. Ohio State's cheated, won $1 million. Everyone's cheated to win a national championship. Like, let's just not do that. The Connor Stallions and Blake Cormell said, Jesse, good question. I don't know enough about that to even comment on it.
They have their own little
the vacuum business or whatever it was. I have no clue.
Vacuum business.
I think that's what it was. I'm pretty sure it was a vacuum business or something.
No, I'm saying like it was.
So yeah, I don't know about that. I have no clue. I don't even want to. There's just some things that you just got to leave in the dust, man.
Well,
Yellow boy Juan. Boone, can we put a pizza or push-up bet on MSU versus Michigan? Michigan's winning. We could do a pizza bet. That's fine. I'll get you a pizza if Michigan State wins. I got Michigan though. I don't know. I'll get you a pizza though. Get a boy Juan.
Hey, Nick P, I'm out.
It's a free pizza for me.
Nick P, you too. Nick and ETN, you two, man. You guys have a great weekend, but I need a 2-day break from these comments. All right, give me a 2-day break, and then I'm going on vacation.
Was it more Bears ones?
Yeah, there's a lot more Bears ones. All right,
oh.
I can't. It's just we gotta go to the weekend. We you know what? No, we're live tomorrow.
Yeah, we are. 1 o'clock tomorrow. 12:45.
Nick P says you wait until tomorrow. All right, you sons of bitches, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow when the game's live. So come hang out with us, talk your shit, hang out with the boys.
See you tomorrow.
Right.
Love you guys.
Let's have a good time. All right. See you guys. You fucking sickos, man.